Board meeting in session at 6:30. Roll call vote, Julie, to see who's here.
Tidy?
Yes.
Musselman?
Yes.
Kibbe?
Here.
Here.
Saharsky?
Here.
Hicks?
Here.
Powers?
Here.
All trustees are present.
You get that, Julie?
Yes, I got that. All trustees are present.
It's time for our pledge allegiance. If we can see a flag here in a minute. Don't know how this is going to work.
I think we're good, Harold, to start.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for
which it stands,
one nation under God, indivisible,
liberty and
liberty
justice.
for all. Okay, I don't know how that went, but we said it. I need a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Randy makes a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll
Okay,
second
is there a
that.
second?
Mark seconds.
Okay, separate, we need to have any more discussion. If not, we need roll call vote for the approval of the agenda as presented.
Tidy?
Yes.
Musselman?
Yes.
Kibbe?
Yes. Yes.
Morris? Morris?
Yes.
Saharsky?
Yes.
Hicks?
Yes.
Powers?
Okay, motion to accept the agenda, approval agenda is complete. Now we need a motion for the consent agenda, which is approval of the meeting minutes you got. March 9th, invoices dated 4/8/20, and the resignation of the assistant football coach, Alice Lucky. Roll call vote and a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Mark will make. I'll second. Mark.
Did you get that, Julie? Who's who?
Did. I got that Tina made the motion and that Mark Powers seconded it.
Okay, that's what you got, then record it. Good enough. Roll call.
Musselman?
Yes.
Kibbe?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Saharsky?
Yes.
Hicks?
Yes.
Yes.
Powers?
Yes.
Powers?
Should be tidy yet, Julie.
Yes.
And then Tidy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, motion carried. Brandy, do we have a treasurer's report?
Yep. Ready?
Yes.
Treasury report, April 13, 2020. General revenue, 1,134,723.73. General fund expenditures, 796,753.42. General fund checking and savings cash flow, 1,328,959.20. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. At this time, it's time for public comment. We know we have a few people on for sure. If you have any questions or comments, you can either email address there or comment on YouTube. At the end of this meeting, which will be shortly, we will answer any public comments that arrive. Len, Mr. Morrow, you have anything for superintendents?
Well, we have a few things. You have my board report there, but we have our teachers and staff and our principals worked very hard in creating some learning packets for kids as part of our continuity of learning plan. And that went through last Thursday. I thought it went very well. It was very well received, and I just appreciate the hard work that all of our staff members put in making that a success for kids. And in light of what's going on, it's really it's really awesome to see the hard work that these people are putting in and how well the kids are receiving that information. So we're excited about that. Just to keep you up to date on a few of those things in regards to the continuity of learning plan, everybody is being paid their salary currently. And we'll go over some of the other pieces at the end. Athletics, we're terribly sorry that the MHSAA did decide at the end. I think we all knew it was coming, but they did cancel officially the winter sports and spring sports seasons. We are hopeful that come the fall that we can start on time, but they're already talking. If anybody's been watching TV, they're already talking about implications for fall sports also. So we're hoping that everything goes well in the state of Michigan so that we can start up as we want to. I want to give a huge shout out to our lunch staff. They have been working very hard in making sure that our kids are being fed. I got an email from Mrs. Ritchie, and she said they've served over 5,600 meals as of the end of March. And obviously we're in the heart of April already. They have been working very hard. The normal setup is that they organize and make those lunches on Monday and Thursdays, and then we deliver some by bus or by pickup on Tuesdays and Fridays. And so we greatly appreciate all of that. Graduation, Sean may talk a little bit about that. Obviously, our official date will be canceled because the school is shut down, but we do have some alternative plans and some dates that we haven't published yet, but we just want to be wise in that as we move forward and get some more guidance by the governor's office. We want to be able to try to do something to send our kids off. And other than that, we're still waiting on our Detroit trip and the New York trip. A lot of that money is paid. Sometimes they don't refund those things. They'll only allow you to reschedule. So we're really trying to work within the frameworks that we are given to try to do what's best for kids. And so we're still in a waiting mode right now for that. Other than that, just a COVID update. Currently, there are 7 confirmed cases in Wexford County with 1 death. And so as long as our numbers stay low, hopefully we'll get back to a regular way of life here sooner rather than later. But that's it for my report.
Thank you. Any questions for Len? Okay, I think we'll move on. Not to put any principals on the spot, but anybody, JP, do you have anything you need to say to people?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
Just to kind of piggyback on Len in regards to the learning packets, our staff did a remarkable job of not only putting them together, but it takes a lot of people to get them organized into alphabetical order. And then when the parents picked them up, it was definitely a team approach. And I just feel our teachers right now are doing a spectacular job of trying to reach out and connect to the students and the parents. They're finding unique ways to do it. We've got teachers that are making videos so they could do, so the students could do those things at home. And I find it awesome to see those videos for the kids and for the parents. And I just want to give them a shout out because I get a couple of them a day that they want me to share out with families, or they've shared with me that they've shared out with families. We had about 45 learning packets that did not get picked up last Thursday. Those have been brought to the post office this afternoon, so those will be in the mail tomorrow. So after that, everybody should have their learning packets by tomorrow or Thursday or Wednesday. And we're already in the plans of developing our next wave in early May.
Thanks. Any questions for JP? Okay, move on to Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, Len and JP hit the first part. I mean, our teachers did a great job, so I'm not going to continue to talk about them, but that's they did awesome getting those packets together. The Detroit trip, I did have a little update on that one, so I'll touch base on that. The Detroit trip, they did get a hold of one of the places that they were heading to, Ford Museum. They are going to reimburse us for that. The zoo and some other places are closed right now, so we'll be waiting to hear from them, hopefully sooner than later. And then, like JP said, we're already starting the next phase. How do we get the kids' stuff back? How do we collect the packets, and how do we get the next packets out? And so I've been working on the school improvement team, and I have a staff meeting on Wednesday to start that in motion, working with obviously JP, Len, and Shar. And then, Len, am I okay to talk about outdoor ed?
Yeah, I was going to have it under other matters, but
Okay, no, that's fine. You can go ahead. So he can talk to you about the outdoor ed a little later. But yeah, just a shout out to everybody that was involved in that packets delivery and everything. And so our packets will be delivered at the same time JP's the next couple days.
Okay, thanks. Any questions for Ryan? I'll move on to Shar.
I just want to piggyback on top of those guys too, and just give a shout out to my teachers and Tina and my parapros for my building for organizing everything and helping hand those out. We actually had a separate pickup line down at the high school. So they came through the lunch line, and Jostens was there to hand out graduation packets for the seniors and the class rings that the sophomores ordered. So Jostens set up their own little booth, and so it was really smooth process getting all of those things out to the students and parents as they came through. So big shout out to my staff as well for the preparation of those materials. And we also this week are starting to work on our next wave. Our seniors will not get a second packet because they were due to be done on the 13th of May. And so the seniors won't get that next packet because they would be finishing up with school. 9 through 11 will get the next packet. As Len talked a little bit about graduation, we've been throwing around some ideas of some potential dates. I let the seniors know that it is postponed, not canceled. I also did congratulate, we have 2 co-valedictorians, or we have co-valedictorian Huffer and Paige Swarduk, and then our salutatorian is Jaden Wilder. So I did have the opportunity Thursday last week to congratulate those 3 in person, and then I was able to post the remainder of the top 10 on the Facebook page. People are really enjoying the spotlights that the kids are sending me. If you have it on our Facebook page, it's kind of a chance for the seniors to say goodbye and put their lasting memories out there. So those senior spotlights have gone over really well. Mrs. Wallin this week has started reaching out to our sophomores and juniors about CTC. We have to have that to CTC by Friday. So all students that are interested in that have to email her, and she had 7 responses today after I sent my warning. So get those students signed up for CTC for next year. So students are still seniors for scholarships. So those scholarships are still coming in, and we're communicating with them through the Facebook page and through email with those scholarship applications. So Mrs. Wallin is helping work with them on getting that stuff still taken care of. So we will be starting scheduling with everybody else outside of CTC, and so that's kind of where we're.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Shar? I got one quick one. Do you have the diplomas in yet, the packet of diplomas to get signed or not?
I'll have to double check with Tina and see if those are in. Should be, they usually come in around the same time as the caps and gowns and stuff. So if they're not in, they should be in shortly, but we will make sure we get those. We're doing
Okay,
anything
just
in
something and I
May.
can.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like we'll need them in May at all. So if we be in June for graduation, when we would get those out to the kids. Make sure we get those to you.
Okay. Okay. Any more questions for Shar? Okay, Liz, you got some comments for us, business coordinator?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to touch on just a few things. Currently working on putting together in next year's budget and this year's budget, which is going to be an interesting process as we go through these next few months. A lot of unknowns for us out there as far as, you know, just how things are going to go as far as funding for next year. I keep hearing lots of different things since I put out my board report. You know, we've heard that, you know, don't anticipate a cut for next year, but that could still happen once the May revenue conference happens. We'll know a little more about that. Of course, we are hoping that this year's will stay the way it is, and then see what happens for next year as far as funding, but anticipating a cut. We do have some things to change in this year's budget as far as like food service. Anybody who's not working in food service right now that is still getting paid, we have to move those over to the general fund. So that'll be a change that we'll have to make in the budget for this year. And, you know, I will try to set up some virtual meetings with the administrators so that we can work on next year's budgets and the things that they're anticipating. So that is still a work in progress. And we have heard that probably there will not be, you know, a budget from the state probably until this fall. So it'll be similar to last year where we'll be doing next year's budget based on estimates. So that we are still transitioning over to Huntington Bank. That process is going good. We have been, Julie has been making the deposits and Sharon at Forest Area now. We did still have some tax checks and payments that'll happen out of Huntington. So we'll finish up those and then we'll fully transition over. I think our new checks came today for Forest Area Credit Union. And then I too wanted to just give a shout out to, you know, all of the staff for the hard work they're doing, to Len for being patient with us as we are learning some of the new things as we go through this process, and also to the staff at the ISD, Stephanie, who is still, you know, getting payroll done, making sure the Manton staff is getting paid, and Pam for, you know, making sure that the essential bills that we have for utilities, et cetera, are still getting paid. So that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Liz. Any questions for Liz? Okay, then move on to our new business, the approve moving forward with the food service management bid process.
Liz can jump in where if she'd like, but basically what we're looking at, we're going to put out for bid, and it will be posted in the paper tomorrow with board approval tonight, that we are looking to partner on for management on a 50-50 basis with another school district. So we were supposed to vote on that last month, but we didn't have a quorum to be able to do that. Nothing really a surprise, but I know that Mark is not able to vote on this. So we have 6 voting board members. Do I have any questions from those board members in regards to that?
I'll just say that, Len, I double checked when I got here to the house, and the legal notice will actually go in the paper on the 19th, which I think is a Sunday. It'll be published with the other school district in the Traverse City Record Eagle, and then April 27th, the the invites to the vendors would go out actually on April 27th, and then bids would be due back to us on May 18th, just to give you a timeline. And as far as usually there's a requirement that you have to do a pre-bid meeting with the vendors, and the state has told us that we do not have to do that in regards to the COVID crisis that we're in right now. So.
Okay, any questions for Len? If not, we need a motion to
I got one
approve
question,
moving
yeah.
forward with the food service.
What kind of change do we have from the one we just we're coming off of, I guess would be my question. Since I didn't see what we're submitting, is it basically almost identical? Because I know we do us in Forest area, so.
Right now, it's sort of on a, and Liz, correct me if I give any incorrect information, but it's on a 60-40 basis right now with us covering. Go ahead, Liz. It's a 60-40 basis. Okay, 60-40 basis right now, with us paying the 60, and we're going to be dividing that evenly under the new contract, so it will be a lower amount. Hopefully, depending on how the bid goes through, to us, we're splitting it more evenly with Forest area.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And then we also added some additional language for the attrition of staff to make that more clear from how it was before. So that additional language was added in there.
Any more questions? If not, we'll look for a motion.
I'll move that we, I would say post the food service or process approval.
I'll second that. Second by
Okay,
Randy.
we had a motion. Did you get that, Julie?
Yes, I did.
Roll call?
Kibbe,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Powers.
Powers can't vote,
Does he just need to say abstained?
just abstaining.
Okay. Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Did you get everybody?
Yes, I did.
Okay, motion should have passed 6-0 with 1 abstain. Down here on B, the continuity of the learning plan, I think Len can explain it. We just need to look that over and
Yep,
as
I
part of the board
supplied
members.
we will have to post that on our website so anybody can take a look. It's a pretty simple plan, but they told us to keep it as simple as possible. But when you take a look at it, it covers a variety of things. Some of the things that needed to be covered were the fact that students had to be provided an opportunity with additional education, and that students who are unable to participate in the plan could not be hurt in any way, grade-wise or anything like that. We have to be willing to continue to pay people. We have to be willing to continue to feed kids. All the things that we've currently been doing are all things that they are requiring us to do. And if we do not do that, and we do not have an approved plan moving forward, what will happen is that we will be docked on a per day basis going forward. So for us, missing the amount of time, you're looking at possibly a cut of anywhere from, who knows, $500,000 to $800,000. I would expect upwards to $1 million. So it's really not do we want to do this or not? It's yes, we're going to do this, and this is how it's going to look moving forward. Just so you know, that plan was approved by the ISD, so that will now move on to MDE, and they will store that electronically. We're going to put it on, now that that's been approved, we'll put it on our webpage. But basically everything you're hearing about what we're doing that is the plan moving forward. Do you have any questions regarding any of that?
That isn't anything we vote on at all, correct? We
No,
don't vote.
it's just, you just have to be notified of what the plan is so that you have a copy of that.
Yep. Any questions from any board member? Yeah. Okay, down to C, though. Probationary teachers, tenure teachers.
If you take a look at that, this is really something that if the board doesn't take action on, we like to take action on it every year, but this automatically happens whether you take action on it or not. And so you see the teachers who are up for tenure would be Holly Beckwith, Allison Chilson, Vicki Mitchell, Michelle Nuffer, and Melissa Nyland. And all the other probationary teachers will be moving on to their additional probationary year. So we'd like to take a roll call, even though if we don't take action, it automatically kicks in.
Okay, we'll take a roll call on that. If we got, well, I think not everybody's here now, maybe.
You need a motion on it?
Yes.
Ray, you'll make a motion that we accept the teachers up for tenure. Do I need to read them all?
You have the
No, I've
list.
got the list.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
Mark,
Thank you.
Okay. Roll call.
Morris,
I think he
Think
may
it
have
was
left the
left.
meeting. I saw something.
It looks like he left the
oh,
meeting.
all right, thank you. Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Powers,
yeah,
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Motion carried. Anything under other matters?
I do have a few things. The first thing is that we had a gentleman from Spring Lake. His name is Dan Burt, who passed away. And in his will, he left money to the outdoor education program. And so, and sometime in the near future, we are looking at receiving a check somewhere right around $13,000 for our outdoor education program. And I want to thank all the people, especially Andy and Kibbe and Mandy Butcher for the hard work they put in for that, because it really makes that a memorable experience and people really value that. And so we greatly, we're saddened by the loss of Dan. It's been a while now. But we are thankful for him thinking of us during that time in his will. So we will be expecting that soon. Real quick, this isn't anything official. It looks like we have our blood drive that we were scheduled for next week. I'm really having some issues trying to find out whether legally we can still hold that in the building. I've talked to Mrs. Agata, who runs that, and we think that we would recommend that we're just going to pull the plug for right now on a blood drive for next week, unless I have any board members who think that we should really plug away. I don't think they're going to get a lot of people to come to that in this lockdown and holding it in the school. We'd let them in the gym, they'd be in there, but we can't have kids working it and a variety of other things. So I think that unless somebody strongly objects, we're gonna cancel the blood drive.
Okay, I think that under public comment, that was one of the questions maybe that popped up too. I don't know if you've got it
Right.
on your screen yet or not.
I do have that over there, and it's something that Mrs. Agata and I have talked about. So she and I will talk tomorrow morning, but we're going to pull the plug on that. We do want to mention it. Oh, go ahead.
Do they have to do it in the building, or is it something they can just bring the mobile bus for?
I think that they have to do it in the building. I don't think it's Michigan Blood, not Red Cross. I don't know what kind of facilities they have.
Okay.
If they have a bus and they can run it right in a bus, I don't have a problem with them doing that. I just don't know how many people they're going to get. in this lockdown where they want to walk into a bus where other people, you know, they were in some other community yesterday doing all the blood, working with people, coming in contact. I think they are not going to have a huge number of people. I don't think it'll be worth their while to come. But I'll check on that. The only other things that I know that Liz hit on our budget for next year. You know, a month and a half ago, we were looking at a $250 increase per kid. Now they're telling us to be hopeful to stay even and that hopefully we won't have a cut. But just remember that the state does have $1 billion in its rainy day fund. So they do have some money that they could spend. But in talking to one of our local representatives, they did think that that was going to take a pretty big hit because it's raining pretty heavy outside right now financially. And we have that. I am working with the union in regards to a calendar for next year. We are looking at a possible different start to the date, maybe moving it up possibly just a little bit in regards to everything going on where our kids are going to be out of school for 5.5 months. So, yeah, you know, we have that. And the last thing is that we do have 2 current open teaching positions, and that the principals have been going through and starting to get some resumes on that. They'll have probably get with their school improvement teams or some teams together to try to go through and create an interview process, because I'm sure it's going to look very different than what it does as it has done in the past. But they are working on that. And that's all I have.
Okay, I think we're going to public comment now. Do you have some comments? People have chimed in or not?
All right, I'll read to you. One was, has the blood drive been canceled? And that was answered. And then the second comment was from Shelly Ritchie, and she wanted to say hi and send a shout out to Len for all of his hard work and dedication to our school during this time.
Okay.
And I did have someone just send me a text message that wanted to point out that even though the kids are gone right now, learning is still taking place. That's important. That, you know, some people think that kids are out for the summer, even though it's currently snowing outside. That no, you know, we do have an opportunity for our kids to continue to learn, and a lot of hard work has gone into that. So that's it.
Okay. Any announcements at all? If not, we need a motion to adjourn, and that'll also be a roll call since we're.
Randy makes a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
That was a second from Randy.
Yes.
See, Jim's joined us again now, so we can all tell him vote.
All right, so I have the first by Morris, the second by Saharsky. And roll call vote, we'll start with Saharsky.
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes. Yes.
Powers,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
We've already got 5 or 6 yeses. I could say no, but I'll say yes.
and Morris.
Yes.
Thank you.
Len, I
Motion.
want to thank you
Meeting is
for all you've done during this time.
Well,
Yeah, good job.
we have a lot of people that are working very hard, and I'm very lucky to have a great group of people here. We have about 110 school employees who are really pitching in and trying to do what they can for kids and under these tough circumstances. So we are very lucky to have the staff that we do.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
See you later.